Good morning, I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and today I have been craving meatloaf, and I love meatloaf, and I haven't made one in a while. This one's going to be like low carb, and I'm using 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of ground turkey, and this ground beef is 85/15. So I'm just going to mix these together and get my two meats mixed together real well. Okay. Okay. Wipe my hands on my clean cloth here. Now, this is going to be low carb. So in this, I'm going to put 3 eggs. And these are yard eggs, so I always crack them in a separate bowl. Because in case I get shelled, and then to make sure, because with yard eggs, sometimes you can get a bad egg. Okay, but these were good, all of them. Very, very seldom do you ever get a bad one, but every once in a while you will. All right, to this I'm going to add, this is a ½ cup, so it was a full ½ cup of diced onion, a ½ cup of diced sweet peppers. This is red and orange sweet peppers. You can put green peppers, but we don't like the green, so I always put the sweet. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We like pepper. I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce in it. All right. 3 tablespoons of my sugar-free ketchup, and this happens to be Heinz. I used to use sometimes, but I just happen to have Heinz in the refrigerator. So that's 3 tablespoons of sugar-free ketchup. Okay. Now, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. That was garlic. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic. 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. Now, as my binder, I'm using a ½ cup of almond flour, a third cup of coconut flour. And as I have told y'all before, the coconut flour absorbs more of the moisture than the almond flour does. So it will hold the meatloaf together better. Now you can use pork rinds, ground up pork rinds in this, but it won't stay together as well. So I'm just going to mix this with my hands. It smells scrumptious with all these onions and peppers and garlic. And I want to get my egg incorporated in there real well. Okay. Takes a minute to get this turkey and ground beef mixed up together. Goodness, it smells delicious. And it feels good. Feels like it's going to bind together really well. Okay, let me wash my hands. And I'm just going to put it in a dish like this. I'm going to make this is like the equivalent of a 9x13. I'm just going to get it together, put it in here, get all my little onions and peppers out. Okay, and I'm just going to make a loaf out of it. Okay, I've got it in a loaf right here. Now I have got some bacon that I cut in half, and I'm just going to tuck them under the edges of my meatloaf here. It's 3 slices of bacon, and this one is seems a little bit short, so what I'm going to do is take a toothpick and kind of secure those edges, because I can't get that tucked up underneath it. Okay, and I got one more here. Okay, that's 3 slices of bacon. All right, 375 degrees for 25 minutes. So I cooked it on 375 for 35 minutes. Now I'm fixing to put my ketchup on it, and I'm just gonna squirt some. It'll probably be about a half a cup over the top. Maybe more like 3/4 of a cup. Okay. And I'll get a spoon and kind of spread it out like that. I'm going to put it back in my oven. I'm turning my temp up to 425. Now, I'll cook it for 10 to 15 minutes, probably more like 15 minutes. I want the internal temperature to be at least 165. So I'm fixing to slide it back in the oven, and then we're going to take it out and taste this delicious low-carb meatloaf. Isn't this a beautiful plate?
Yes, and the expert tester is here.
Fresh squash, fresh green beans out of the garden, low-carb meatloaf.
Beautiful meatloaf.
Beautiful meatloaf. It cuts. I've already cut it, of course, but look at that.
Oh.
It cuts so well. Oh, it cuts good.
Stand still, everybody.
We're fixing to get the true taste tester here.
Oh, my.
Is it good?
This is your best meatloaf.
Is it? Oh, yay.
I've been eating your meatloaf for years, but this
yay. And it's low carb. Give me that. Give me that fork.
I haven't got any squash yet.
But I want to taste the meatloaf, because I love meatloaf.
Do I need to lick that fork off?
Nope. Oh, wow.
Isn't that
good?
You can't go wrong with this.
This is so good. Low carb.
Fix this for your guests.
Put deliciousness back in healthy food. This is delicious. Share this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the little notification bell.
And marry a good cook. Don't you bring on my ugly cook.
Hush, so I can finish my ending. Food feeds the family, family feeds the heart, God feeds the soul. Love y'all. See you next time.